Unfortunately, no Prime, ladies and gentlemen, this week, unfortunately. Okay. Right. If you ask me, it feels like the exact same Ultimate League, this competitive thing, so we're going to keep that for this week. And from going forward, honestly. Right. Everyone ready? As I am. Right then, here we go. Pride time in North London. Also coming to this one, still chasing their first ever playoff win, beaten by Real Madrid in 2024, and heartbreakingly by these very rivals just last June. The Gunners have reloaded though. Erbice Eze makes his Ultimate League debut, and Sporting's former talisman Victor Gyökeres joins the attack to give them some serious bites up front. As for Spurs, it's been a strange few months. They were torn apart in the quarterfinals by PSG last season and haven't made a semi-final since 2020 or 2023. But this is a new era. Heung-min Son has moved on, sacrificed for silverware, and in his place, Leipzig's Xavi Simons, Bayern's João Palhinha, and the explosive Mohamed Kudus. Three big names brought in to turn Spurs from nearly men into contenders. Last week in the pre-season, Arsenal hit the ground running, a 4-0 win over Fenerbahce with Havertz bagging 2, Odegaard running the show, and Saka sealing it late on. Spurs, meanwhile, were beaten 2-1 by Sporting Lisbon despite Kolmuani's early strike. First primetime derby that we've seen since 2023, actually, where Spurs took over North London 4-1. So Arsenal line up in a 4-3-3. Kepa in goal, White, Hinsape, Captain Sleeper and Luis Skelly across the back, Marino, Norgard and Odegaard in midfield, up front Madueke, Havertz and Martinelli. On the bench, Saka, Rice, Eze, Timber, Calafiori, Mosquera and Raya. Well, and the new manager Thomas Frank, Spurs also go 4-3-3. Kinski starts between the sticks. Gray, Danza, Romero the skipper, and Udogie in defence. Madison, Bentancur, Kulusevski in midfield. Simmons, Kolmuani and Nodabel lead the attack. The bench includes Johnson, Kudus, Palhinha, Porro, Spence, Van de Ven and Vicario. A playoff rematch, a fierce rivalry, a statement waiting to be made. Arsenal in the red and white, Spurs in the white and navy. Game on! Woo! That was a mouthful. Unfortunately, it looks like that Arsenal are going to have to wait until November to see Victor Gyökeres put an Arsenal shirt in virtual football, at least. There's Martinelli up against Archie Gray, who's not really got the most pace. Here's Martinelli now, trying to drive him forward. Got Havertz. And Danso cleans things up, back towards Kinski. And a nightmare of a game, as Tottenham were injury-riddled last season. Still managed to make it playoffs, which is fantastic. Kulusevski. Now towards Odegaard. Offside. Jesus, how deep is this Arsenal back line? It's very, very close though. Here's Norgard. Does he have any pace? He's just trying to run away from Hinsape then. Marino. Here's Benjamin White joining the attack, up against the Lily Whites. Madueke now on the right hand side, chipping it forward for Kai Havertz, but Danzo will clean things up there. But Odegaard seems to be their main source of attack here. Main X factor in this game for the Gunners. Havertz and Odegaard both scored twice in their 5-1 demolition last season at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Of course, Tottenham got the revenge, beating them 2-1 in the first round of the playoffs. Udogie, lost out. Here's Marino. Entering White, Wk2 could be in here. They're not chasing him down quick enough, but that's a fantastic stop by Kinski. Thomas Frank looks on with a bit of worry in his eyes there, as Arsenal nearly opened the scoring very early on. Down to 10 minutes. This is going to be Martinelli. With the way both teams attack, I'm definitely expecting 0 clean sheets in this game. Also playing with the ball very well here. White can swing this one in. He looks for, well, Martinelli actually. It looked towards Gunnar Havertz at first. Bentancur. Oh, that's fantastic play from Tottenham. And they switch defence to attack in an instant. Here's Xavi Simons now. Impressed against Sporting last week. Finds James Maddison. And Oliver's in. That is a wonderful goal. And I'm pretty sure it's Wilson Oliver's first for Spurs in any season. And right across the northern area of the city, it's Tottenham that are celebrating. Emirates has gone silent. 1-0. What a finish. Wilson Oliver. Can they hold on to the lead, however? That did not take long at all for our opening goal. 13 minutes gone, and it's Tottenham that strike first. Shades of last June. Their first shot on goal as well. Can also respond. They can with the corner. It'll be interesting to see how Arsenal can influence this game with their substitutes. Spurs as well. They also have stacked benches. Martinelli. Havertz over the bar. It was a solid delivery. Couldn't get the header on target. Also looking to rebuild is Ben White, Wk2. Marino. He loses out. Oliver, that, oh Jesus. And Ben White could see another colour in terms of this game. It looks to be a yellow card here. It is. I mean, there's no need to hike down the goal scorer like that. I guess none of the ball. It's a definite yellow. Romero towards Kulusevski. On about again. Spurs looking to double the advantage here. They find Cornwall, who's in, and he scores! Give him an inch and he will punish you. It's his second goal of the pre-season already. He's not even got up and running yet. But as we saw early on last season, Cornwall is certainly a massive threat in the Ultimate League. What about with a goal and an assist now? Arsenal crumbling. That's a fantastically well taken finish. Kepa didn't see it. I didn't see it go in the back of the net. Double trouble at the Emirates. 20 minutes gone. And it looks to be the start of a harrowing day for the Gunners. Usually used to see Arsenal being brilliant on prime time, and they could get one back immediately. McKinsky Not letting anything past him at the moment. What a save this is. It's a good strike as well from Kai Havertz. Martinelli. Another ball forward. Havertz again. Didn't even get a touch on that. Inside Pierre. Havertz. Odegaard. Back towards Saliba. That's lovely. Back towards Ben White now, who could have had the shot. Passes backwards. And Odegaard loses out, and Spurs are on the counter here. Here's Xavi Simons. You expect this wing to be the main spark of Spurs' attack, but it's actually the left-hand side. Here's Komouani. Maddison now. Simons staying on side. Tottenham looking to calm things down. Still going forward though. Kulusevski, good line for third. Saliba backtracks but does manage to stop him. Odegaard is left, and Archer Gray once again leaves the gap up on the left hand side. Not capitalised though by Arsenal. Saliba, lovely ball out wide to switch the play. Norgard fixes up the 1-2. Martinelli's now creeping into the box and trying to go through the keeper's legs. It'll be another set piece for Set Piece FC. Odegaard delivers. Havertz again rises highest, but still his headers keep rising over the bar. That's 3 he's got on the end of. And hasn't managed to divert the ball on target once. After nearly half an hour gone, it's still Arsenal 0, Spurs 2. Seems like North London is white once again. Marino. That's a fail. Just a new doggy. Towards James Maddison. James Maddison against Martin Odegaard is the key battle in midfield, if you ask me. Komouani sets Xavi Simons on his bike. He's got plenty of white shirts to aim for. Goes backwards towards Bentancur. Again, tricky against Lewis Skelly, and Komouani diverts another header at goal. Trying to get his second of the match, his third of pre-season, but Kepa will stop him. And Martinelli, there's no stopping him on the left wing at the moment. Got plenty of Arsenal in. Shirts straight for the box. One of them is Noni Madueke, who has his first goal in red and white, and what a time to get it. I feel like he's running past the centre circle there to get the game up and running again, but he just goes in the white box and slams it in the top corner. Kinski, no chance. Game on. I told you both clean sheets would go. Maddison. Bentancur could line one up here. Komouani shakes off Saliba. Could be a real nightmare for the Arsenal defence, which is usually so formidable. And even despite their lack of a striker in the past few seasons, it has brought them into the playoffs based on that defence alone. There is days where they can crumble though. Oliver. Here's Kevin Danso. Kulusevski, what a ball that is! Xavi Simons gets on the score sheet. Already making his name known for Tottenham. I can't think of a better statement to sign for your new club than with that. And the boos are raining in North London as Spurs regain the 2-goal advantage in the blink of an eye. This one could be a cricket score, could be a rugby score if anything. 3-1. It's quite the entertaining fixture. The away end has not shut up all goddamn game. Havertz, what a turn that is! And again, he's been really underwhelming, but it seems the goal scorer is going to come off here. Noni Madueke being replaced by Bukayo Saka early from Mikel Arteta. When I saw the substitute ball go up after Havertz missed that chance, I thought we were going to see Saka come on for him instead, but turns out no. I was going to say Wk2, but he's not in the squad. As previously mentioned, Marino. It's for Havertz, but again, he's like a tractor. Spurs having a bit of trouble getting out of their half. Komouani dropping deep. What a tackle that is by Hinsape, but it will fall back into Spurs possession. And I'll fall back to Komouani as well. Simmons, Kulusevski now. The triangle is working wonders. And Kepa hurried into a clearance. Oliver. Just allowed to work his magic. Madison. Komouani. Archie Gray now. Madison trying to take over the gap that Xavi Simons left over. Oh, this is such magnificent football from Spurs. Arsenal can't get a lick. Kulusevski. Ultra play through for Komouani, goes straight in towards Kepa, who rushes out of his goal. 4 minutes of stoppage time added on. Oliver. Here's James Madison. Archie Gray. Xavi Simons. Gray now marches way into the box. It's taken down. Advantage played. That was the wrong decision, it looks to be, from the goal Simon friend. Here's Skelly. Not see much of him. Can also get one more opportunity before the half-time whistle. They can here. As Hale End, born and bred, finds Havertz! And this time he does get the header on target, but it's a soft one. And Kinski will claim with a diving catch. So that ends the half. Kulusevski, pivotal in midfield. Already got an assist of the 3 that's got in. Yeah, the dagger it looks to be towards Xavi Simons, his first goal for Tottenham Hotspur. And it is the difference maker so far, 3-1. Well, the XG tells a different story, actually. And Lewis Skelly will go into the book for that earlier challenge, it looks like. So also, Arsenal only have 2 players walking on tightropes. But look at that, XG, 2.3 to 1.7. But Tottenham are just breaking through that Arsenal line, which usually is quite stout. So easily. Kulusevski is your current man of the match at 8.4. Martinelli was 7.7. I don't get, look at that, 7.1. Second, oh, I don't get it. Actually, you know, Trossard can be brought on, as well as Wanyeri, so I missed those. Who are the next ones for Spurs, actually? I think... Ah, here we go, yeah. Dominic Solanke and Matis Tell. So that's just a lot of more attacking firepower for Spurs, but it looks like their current crop is doing the business themselves. So can Arsenal turn it around the second half? We'll have to wait and see. Here's Bukayo Saka. He's off for Norgard. White. Saka. Up against Destiny Udogie. Finds Marino. Can get the 1-2 potentially. Marino. Norgard. Lewis Skelly. Havertz. How on earth did he get that off? Oh no, look at this. Who shoots like that? Either way, it was not troubling Kinski one bit. Marino. Martinelli is Havertz. Again, trying to break through Tottenham's line, but it is not budging. We're going to see a lot of goals on prime time, even in highly contested matches. Don't be as bad as FIFA 23, but yeah. Oliver, who's out there? Saka. No, God, that's a terrible pass and a horrible position to give it away. As Kulusevski now sets Oliver up into Komawani. Kulusevski, look for Maddison. Easily away by Louis Skelly. This is Bentancur from distance, and it draws Kepa into an acrobatic stop. As a keeper, you just love shots like that. A little tricky, but once you pull a save like that, it is absolutely cinematic quality. Saliba drawn out position with a tackle. And once again, Spurs relentless in their attack. Marino with a good interception. Benjamin White beats two. Marino on towards Saka, the outlet. Norgard. Marino again. And Udogi stops him that time. I think he may have caught him a bit too late. Komawani looking for Simons. And he gets there ahead of Kepa. And it's a fourth. And that should put a nice little white bow on things. Once again, all you can hear is boos around the Emirates Stadium. There's a delicious ball in from Komawani, who adds to his goal with a second assist. And a second goal here for Xavi Simons in just his second Tottenham Hotspur game. It seems like job done now for Thomas Frank's man. It's 4-1. Tottenham looked at Arsenal with revenge after last week. Martinelli. Havertz. Martinelli offside. Could be some substitutions potentially from Mikel Arteta. Definitely seems like they need it. The answer is no. Thomas Frank is well happy to keep the same 11 out there. And now the subs come in. Commentator's curse, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to hear a lot of that. Simons. And towards Maddison. Also very slow to the second balls. Spurs again just circling like a bunch of great white sharks. Again to the box quickly as well, and here's White. Simons could potentially get a hat-trick. He's always dangerous in those positions. Kulusevski could line it up. Straight at Kepa. Here's Bukayo Saka. Mikel Merino. Oh, that's wonderful. Saka. Marino, Havertz surely has to do something here. He gets pushed out of the Spurs box, finds Odegaard from distance. But it's a very tame effort from the Norwegian captain. Havertz has enough, puts the ball out of play. And we'll probably see his name on the advertising board. No, Martinelli is the one that makes way for Trossard. We'll see the second appearance of Mohamed Kudus for Tottenham Hotspur. If I do recall, I'm pretty sure he did come on against Sporting last time out. Here he is on the left-hand side, hoping to terrorise Ben White. Not off to a good start. Kepier, Saliba. Kepa goes long, looking for Havertz, loses out, and here comes Tottenham again. Kudus. Here's Gray. The 1-2s, and Arsenal just getting picked apart from every which way by Tottenham. Maddison, Komouani, and Kudus. Great save. Had a little time to react there, Kepa. And he's very lucky that the ball hit his outstretched right glove. Saka. Norgard, 1-2. For Bukayo Saka now. Can he make an impact? Arsenal fans are just destined for something here, but again, it falls to one of the midfielders to take a shot. And it isn't going to work. From Mikel Merino. "15 minutes to go. Spurs are comfortable with this 3-goal lead. And it could make it 4. Bentancur from distance drives Kepa all the way back to his goal line. But there's no way that a shot like that is going to beat him. Towards Trossard, his first touch of the ball. Marino. Which is out there towards Mohamed Kudus. Komouani. Spurs look to be a problem this season, don't they? Just fluid attacking football, and Gray stays on side to keep it going. Maddison. Kudus. Komouani loses out. Some cheers there from Arsenal. Trossard in towards Havertz. Can he find anyone in red? It's getting brought back to his own half there. 10 minutes to go. Still a 3-goal lead for Spurs to hold on to. Also not showing any urgency as of late. Here's Marino. Spurs just locking them down with the double-sided pressing. Norgard. White. Gets ahead of the line. Can find Havertz to the centre. Danzo wins the very important aerial duel. That looks certain to be a second goal for the Gunners. Odegaard. Could line it up. He tries to play through Havertz, but again, it's too weak. He had such an off day, Odegaard. A really poor game. He gets some redemption here. Drives forward. Odegaard and Havertz. What is that? You can tell that they called for Gyökeres. Where was this clinical finishing from last week? Simmons dancing in between the Arsenal defenders, and it's found its way to Kudus, nearly for 5, and he should have put it away. He'll be kicking himself he's not scored. But he's making one final change. Declan Rice and Van de Ven coming on. The final couple minutes. Maddison. Marino tries a chest in the box and it does end up coming off well. Havertz. Trossard. Havertz keeps inside his own half here. Could go forward. And he will. Saka with a header. And it has Kinski scrambling. A bit more power, and that really could have managed its way to find itself in the bottom corner. I don't know what I'm saying. Oh, wonderful control there from Kulusevski. Here's Kudus over the top for Komouani, who does get the flick on, but that's all it's going to be as Kudus goes in flying, showing the passion that Spurs fans need. One last roll of the dice potentially. Saka beats the offside trap. Got Norgard in the centre, frees the daisy. We'll find him. It's Christian Norgard! And that is a fitting last kick of the game. It puts some shine on the scoreboard for Arsenal. But in the end, Spurs too strong. And they will run out of the Emirates Stadium with the win. But the big test does not happen here. It happens in their rematch, which will fall on the same place, I'm pretty sure, as the Manchester derby, I think. So I'm going to do that one instead, because both teams actually have that as well in pre-season this week. So I'll have to recheck the schedule if there's a chance for that. But let's not dwell on the future. Let's focus on the present. And right now, Spurs are the proud winners of this North London clash on Friday night prime time. It doesn't really mean much, but it will soon in a couple of months when they face off yet again. I believe, if I'm going to check my thing, I'll put in the previous, well, the other pre-season result as well, which you will not see until later tonight. Final score: Arsenal 2, Spurs 4. Let's run through the analytics then, shall we? Match facts: 15 shots to 14. It was a very even game, especially the XG. I mean, somehow Spurs have got more than that. I don't know. That might just be down to hundredth of a digit. When's the big test here? Match results of a specific team. We'll go Arsenal. Spurs should be... Yes, there they are. Yes, match week 12, the 18th of January at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium is the rematch. And, well, the only one that matters, should these two not face off in the playoffs for the second straight year. That would be crazy, that, wouldn't it? But if I do recall, if we do have a look at match week 12, there is another tasty match on there as well. There's Man City, Bayern Munich. There is Juventus, Liverpool. That's quite good. Roma, Man United. So, no, it's not the Manchester derby. We can do this, you know. We can do this. When is this Manchester derby then? Ah, it's week 11. I think I might have to make that a double header then, because if it's what I'm thinking, then the week before. Yes, indeed. It is El Clasico at the Bernabeu. So we have El Clasico and we have the Manchester derby at Old Trafford as well. That's going to be quite the match. That is going to be quite the day. They both take place on the same day? No, they take place... Okay, so it's Saturday and Sunday. That is doable. That is very, very doable. Anyway, let's head back to this gun. Match rating. Xavi Simons, man of the match. 8.7, 2 goals. And I'm pretty sure... No, he didn't pick up an assist, actually. But Colin Moani did, with that incredible through ball. Kulusevski got one as well. Maddison. Wilson Oliver with a goal and an assist as well. Spurs showed out. And Arsenal were pretty average across the board. Declan Rice didn't get much to do anything. And Summer Van Even managed to get a 5.8 despite being on the pitch for 6 minutes. Anyway, that will do it as we say so long. Tip top cheerio from London. Good night, everybody.